Some big takeaways that I had from this little experiment that I did. Iridium to InReach Mini using the InReach unique email address did not work for me. I don't know if that was unique to me, but I could not basically do a contact with that as their contact and then have it send to here. I just couldn't get it to work. The other thing I took away again is that I was able to send using the Iridium unique email address for the phone. I could basically make that a contact as the email, send from here and receive it here. I just couldn't go the other way. I couldn't send from Iridium to InReach. Why do this? Why have an Iridium and InReach try and talk to each other? Why do that? So there's a couple of reasons. Me specifically, being a preparedness channel, I wanted to have a way to know that it worked if there was a true terrestrial network grid down, cell phone network down, that I could still talk to the people that I wanted to, and that I could do it over the Iridium network. The other reason is I wanted to be able to have Nikki be able to, we haven't gone camping much yet, but I want to start that again. And I want her to be able to sit in camp, wherever that is, even if no cell phone service, which hopefully that's what we start doing, kind of getting, off-grid camping, is I want her to be able to sit there and us be able to talk and not be dependent on two-way radios. Or cell phone networks, or go to a mesh. I want to have like a pretty reliable system to go back and forth, and that's what this is. The Iridium network is reliable. Now, this specifically is not reliable. I would not call this consistent and going InReach Mini to 9555. What's another takeaway for me? For me, the InReach Mini is still a wonderful product. I'm a huge fan of this. It's small, it's lightweight. I like the fact a lot, just like I've said in other videos, I like that, say you're camping or your car or some situation where you need to be removed from your direct line of sight, say it's bad weather or something, ziplock this, and put it in a tree or something, and you can go back to your tent. Or your cabin, whatever it is, as long as you still have that Bluetooth connection. And this is still a great product. I love that I can get real-time weather on my phone with no internet. I also really like that this can just hang on my Camelback or sit in the car, and I can just use my phone like normal. I mean, obviously going through the EarthMate app, but I like that I'm gonna have my phone with me anyway for music or pictures or whatever it is. And I like the idea that I basically don't change anything. I just add something else, and once I turn it on and I'm close to it, nothing actually changes. It's just a different app that I'm using for messaging. Lastly, what I still really like about this device is it's, again, all the things I've just said, and then it also has the SOS button on the side. And I have tried to thin out and pare down a bunch of stuff, especially with hiking and things. And I still really like this. I like that, I have a way, even if my phone crashes, dies, whatever, that I can take and hold down this button, and someone at Geos will know where I am, my basic information because of your profile, and then it would take a really long time, but I could send a message out if I really had to. But something basic is still emergency, like say broken leg or ankle, or someone else is really hurt or really sick that we're with. Again, just hang it on your pack or find a good spot, hang it there, and then I can just use my phone like normal, like I would normally text something out. I'm just doing it through a different option, through the EarthMate app, and this is still a really great product. With all that being said about the InReach Mini, the 9555 is what this is. This is kind of the Nokia style of phones for Iridium, and this is a great phone. This is idiot proof. You can't screw, well, I mean, you probably could. You can't easily screw this up. This is just, it really is like the old Nokias. It's just pretty bomb proof. Again, going from off to on and registered on the network, which basically means that it sees the satellites and they're talking back and forth, it takes under 30 seconds. I mean, the longest I've ever had, I think in a storm that I was in, was still only maybe 40 seconds, well less than a minute. And this apparently, I guess I just never had anything to compare it to at the moment I was using it. And apparently it just takes a lot longer, and I just wasn't used to that. The other huge benefit with the 9555 is that you obviously get voice and text. And the benefit with going that route is you can usually communicate verbally, as long as it's not a very loud environment. You can usually communicate verbally a lot better because you can get a lot of information across quicker. And that being said, especially this does text, but like I was saying earlier, this is like a Nokia. It's just, you got that old, you have to press the button, like the number 5 3 times to get an L. But this just works, and that's a really good thing. However, the downside for the 9555 is there is no dedicated SOS button like you have on the InReach Mini, where you pull back the thing, there's a button, you press it, you hold it down, and here come, the angels to come in to save you from geos. That downside of the no dedicated SOS button that goes to geos is solved by the 9575, and that's called the Iridium Extreme 9575. And that really gives you the all-around package for a fairly bomb-proof design that is idiot-proof, that lets you text. Yes, it's slow. It lets you text, call verbally, and on the top you would flip up the little thing and get a red button. So what should you get? If you are hiking and you want to share your location with people who can see you on a map online, you want to text easily using your iPhone, Android, and you want fast geos help option, the InReach Mini is perfect because also it does the text, but it also does breadcrumbs. So you send out your map share stuff, and however often you tell it to, it'll drop a breadcrumb, and so people can go on and watch and get altitude and all that information of where you are. So if you do get lost, they can know the last place you were, and it's just a good, handy little package. If your priority is global communication or just off-grid communication that involves voice and text, and you want something super simple, then the 9555 is perfect. If you want to be able to call and text globally and have geos, the dedicated SOS button, then the 9575 is really for you. Thank you for watching. I hope this is helpful. If you're looking for Iridium network objects or just satellite communications in general for hiking or emergency preparedness, these are both really good. It's just, what are you wanting the item to do, and what are you going to be using it for? Hiking or lightweight hiking, I guess I should preface that with. Kind of bare bones stuff and you just want some help, or are you wanting something where you're going to go on a multi-day thing and you want to be able to just call family and just see how they're doing and send texts and stuff. That's just kind of the difference.